Hello everyone, this is Ayo from Charger. I think everyone knows me with Sue and little Mohammed. This morning we brought abandoned donkey baby with broken leg from Asni next to High Atlas Emlil, next to Emlil. Can't.
Okay, I'm taking over now. I wanted them both to be with me because this is quite important. Both of them are the young managers who took over maybe just before the pandemic. And because of them, we have grown beyond recognition. And we've reached quite a cornerstone. And I wanted to thank all of you who've supported us really since 2014. Those of you who send £5 a month, £10, £20, every single pound is valued, even if it's £1. But we also need to say we thank the Holworth family, people like John Sanges, people like Alex McKildes, Daniel in the UK, Thierry in the UK, Jules in the UK, who ever since the beginning have sent substantial amounts of money and allowed us to grow the way we have. I think it's important for those of you that have come to us more recently to understand what our structure is. I'm the founder and I'm a trustee. These are the managers. They're paid. So you help pay them. They have to live. They have to support their families. And we have a board of trustees, as is required by the law in Morocco. And they very much govern how the place is run. We can't make decisions on our own. We have amazing trustees. They remain very quiet and in the background. And they're Anna Walker, Pat Banner, a wonderful Moroccan in the village, and we all work very well together. Now, something happened last night that had quite an impact on us. I was very conscious, and I think the boys would agree with me, that there is someone who, it's a European, isn't it, who moved here and started with horses quite close by. The person in the village is a European.
Yeah.
It's not a Moroccan.
No.
No.
It's
And
French.
French. People come and they think they can start a riding school. If they're quite close to us, maybe they take advantage of being close to us. But we've been worried for a long time because they tell me in the village how skinny the horses are, and we have to do something about it. Now, it's not right that I go public and just condemn them. I could find myself in the courts if I'm not careful. So that is why we posted last night and said we're seriously considering doing trekking from here with our stronger horses who Ayoub has brought on. And we have amazing horses here. Now, Simo, Ayoub called him Little Muhammad. I'll tell you why he's Little Muhammad. Because my grandson called him Little Muhammad years and years ago because he was little, but he's grown up now. He's Si Muhammad, and he's very good with the horses. But Si Muhammad would be the first to agree that Ayoub is second to none in terms of horsemanship. Yeah. He can ride anything. And the horses here in Morocco are very different to the horses in the West. That's just a fact. We are the land of horses. And we don't ever need to teach young Moroccans how to ride a horse because they just jump on them and ride them. But when tourists come, they will go to these various places to go trekking or to ride in the countryside. And that's where we get the problems. Now, the minute I posted that, some people were very supportive, and I'm very grateful to the Riyads who said that if we did it, they would support us. Some people said what we should do. Well, please don't do that. Just don't. We don't need to be told how to ride horses here. We don't need to be told what's involved in training. And if it's a question of liability, someone did mention, for example, we would have to have liability insurance. Of course we do. We have it already. But this is something people need to know. If you come to holiday in Morocco and you go out riding and you're insured, it doesn't mean you get the compensation you would get in England. because any accident here has to be dealt with by the Moroccan courts, and they just don't have the level of compensation that we have in England. And there is a very, very interesting case where someone was riding a mule up in Imlil, fell off, had no hat on, and tried to sue people here in the English courts. And the English judge threw it out because he said, you must apply the norm of the country you're riding in. And it is not the norm here to ride hard hats. Now, of course, we would offer hard hats, but we would not make people wear them, because if we do, we would interfere with the legal structures here. So those things have to be considered. But after everything that everyone said, we will not be doing horse riding for a long, long time. We will continue to exercise our horses. These lads and the others down in the refuge will ride the horses. My family will ride them when we're over, and we must now look at the quality of their life here. We will work, if necessary, with local riads and offer a service to local tourists. There's a couple of things I wanted to mention while the boys were here. I am, to some extent, in trouble with them and with the trustees because I get engaged in lots of conversations with people who ask questions and then become experts on Georgia. Well, we are very, very confined by what we can say. Again, I hope they would confirm. The reason if you come to Morocco and you're safe, and you are, it's one of the safest countries in the world, is because we have a secret police here second to none. And we are so grateful to them because they look after everybody's welfare. But remember, they will look at all the posts on social media as well. And we're very aware of that when we post. So we post in a very careful way. We are grateful to the King, to Akhnouche, the Prime Minister, and the government for some of the rules that we have set. But I was just talking to another association now who are confirming our problem is when it gets to local level. So please bear that in mind. And I think we've made a decision that we're going to come off social media for a week. We're going to reassess our role on Facebook. Instagram isn't a problem. We're going to reassess our role on Facebook and spend some more time on our webpage and sending news sheets out to our supporters, those amazing people who support us every single day. And to all those people who visit, I think it's fair once they've been, I use a Liverpool expression, they're gobsmacked, aren't they? They go, oh, I can't believe it. But we have become Moroccan, and we have to work with Moroccan in a Moroccan way. I hope you understand that. I did, because I've got the boys here, I just made a couple of notes, which isn't what I normally do. Ah, yes, Ayoub. Someone did ask, and understandably, if we're so pressed and busy at the moment, which we are, why are we letting Ayoub go to Ireland? Well, I think that all of us agree it is a good thing, because what will come out of that is that Ayoub will learn what the attitude to horses is in the West, and that will help deal with visitors and people here. We can only benefit from Ayoub going to Ireland. And I want to say thank you to all the people around Dublin who've contacted me and would welcome them to their place of work or their home. And we can't...
Thanks, everyone.
Yes, and we can't wait to get rid of him. We're already planning for his departure. So Simo here will remain in overall charge because he not only looks after the refuge, he has to look after our cellar in the villa where pumps and all the water comes from. We will have Abjelly, who's taking over the new hospital, isn't he? So he's rubber gloves on every day, taking it very seriously. And Abdu, who is Ayoub's brother, is wonderful for the care of the horses day to day. So next week, we're going to revalue where we are. We're going to try and improve the life of the donkeys here because some of them are in quite small paddocks at the moment. and we'll speak to you next week. And thank you for listening. Okay, that's all right. Everyone want to say anything else? No.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. You can switch it off.